Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Dawn of Man episode 7. So last episode we had pushed through all of the Neolithic tech here, and we are just waiting to get the technology, the knowledge to smelt copper. That will be the first of our smelting, which fundamentally, in my opinion, changes the game because you go from making very simple flint tools to smelting for complex tools, which is, in my opinion, kind of a big deal. So let's try to get this knowledge quickly. The quickest way would be to kill some things and expand our population, stuff like that. 2 storage huts. That's what I am being told from my elders what I need. I can do that. I guess I can leave these in place. I had storage little buildings previously and then sort of forgot to upgrade them to huts. So I pay my penance now by making these huts. Yeah, I'll put one there. That will have to do. Dog got struck by lightning. That's pretty much the only weather effect that you can suffer, however. So, alright. You, Hunter, go help this other dude out pronto, because he's going to die to an Auroch. Uh-oh, I do believe he's dead. I loaded into a bad situation. Bummer. Alright, well that's going to make getting my... Oh, and now a raider attack. Now the awkward thing is I do have a hunter way out here that's going to need to return home. And these raiders are coming in from a different angle than they did before. Which means they're going to claim a lot more lives because I was prepared to defend over here. So that's good to know. They're coming in from multiple angles. Alright, so my population just plummeted a bit. Not that I can't get it back up. Alright, let's go for the trade. What do you guys have? You have nada. Nada para mi. Really nothing at all. I'll buy the bones because I am low on bones. I have a lot of grain, so I'll sell my grain, but there's not a whole lot in that trade for me. I'd rather buy linens or flax or something like that. Well, it's a little bit of a bummer, the population hit, but these things happen. We're getting the palisades up. At some point, I'm going to have a full set of walls, which will much better protect us. So, ibex. I have 7 out of my 10 hunted. Where did that group of ibex go? I was looking at them and figured, oh, they don't provide that much resource. But had I remembered, 7 out of 10. Let's go hunt them down. So here is some of the rolling megaliths coming to construct the stone circle. We have 2 in place, 2 that are currently rolling, and we'll need to move 2 more. And that will provide a little bit of knowledge as well. Checking my workload. It's a little low. We can do some more select cutting. Trying to be very careful as to what we cut down. Some sledges are breaking down. And a bunch of new people just joined the community, replacing pretty much every single person that had died. We had lost 3 to the raiders and 1 to the Auroch, and we just gained 4. And then lost one. It is the way that these things go. Alright, sneaky, sneaky. There's one ibex. Rather than harvesting, I'm going to have this guy. He's old, but he's scrappy. Go and... No, I don't want you to capture it. Hunt it. And this will give me knowledge. There we go. There is 1 point of knowledge. At least something's going well for me, right? Mufflon. What else is worth hunting for knowledge? Deer. I really haven't seen any deer. They might be either very far away from my base or just have not spawned nearby. But bears, that's a different story. So I'm going to try to find... Oh, I am losing a whole lot of sledges. Let's go replace some of them. Now, if you hold shift, you can place multiples. So these are all the... I'm looking for like a healthy adult that has hunting tools that is not upset or anything. Alright, this lady, she is going to go help me hunt. Ah, Red Dad. Alright, our dad. I don't think you can take a woolly rhino by yourself. I was eyeballing a bear over here. Ah, there it is. My flax fields are definitely paying off. Oh, that's a cave bear. I'm looking for a regular bear. Is this it? Yep, this is it. Don't tell me I lost Aradad. There you are. She has no harvesting tools or anything. I'm not really here to harvest it anyway. I'm here just to kill it. Thrill the hunt. I just got my knowledge from my storage huts. I might as well leave them in place. Alright, so I got the bear. One more bear and I get knowledge. I think, are these boar? What about my boar? What's my status on boars? Mammoths would yield me. Wild horses, oryx, cave lions. Boar, not so much. Wild donkeys? Yeah, I could do some wild donkeys. I'm just going to push this lady to kill a bunch of things that I need in order for technology up. Alright, cool. If this woolly rhino was elderly, I might think about that as a solo hunter, but... Cave bears I'm already done. These are all cave lions. It would be very, very risky. But what is life without its risks? Alright. It is getting colder and she wants a wool outfit. I understand. I won't keep you out here much longer. I do see some fellow humans sledging nearby. Oh, and you also have hunting tools. Alright. We're not going to make this fair. Oh, it's a mouflon. Alright, cave lion was on the list. I'll give these people a little bit of R&R. I've pushed them enough. Hello, trader. You got some pigs for me, some flint, some linen. I'll take the linen. Alright, you got yourself a trade. I'll even buy the logs. Oops. If you hold shift, you trade the stack. I just didn't mean to trade that much. Sell off some of my spare grain, because the grain is almost certainly going to decay. It decays over time. Everything really does. There's no resource that stays forever. That trade was a little bit more profitable for me. The linen will help me keep me cool in the summers. Got my 100th bone spear. Now let's see if there's any easy prey near the base. So I already have my ibex hunted. If I do recall correctly, I just need deer. I'm not likely to get 50 ibex. At least not without considerable effort. So I'm going to try to hunt cave lions. Because 4 more cave lions is some knowledge. Okay. You are low stats. So let's not use you. Is there someone that's nice and healthy and ready to go, who isn't old? I have a lot of old people in the community here. You're hungry. Come on, someone must be ready to hunt. You're hurt, and that's entirely my fault. Oh, here we go. Adult man. It's like a really bad superhero name. Hey, what's your superhero name? Spider-Man. What's yours? Adult man? Who named you? And why? Alright, that one was easy. This one is an old male, so it should be not that difficult compared to an adult. So as you can see, yep, not much of a problem there. And 2 more cave lions, and I've hit my quota. My knowledge quota. These are youngins. They'll flee. And it looks like you're a kid. I'll cut this one off. Oof. And it's walking straight into another person. That's the problem with having a high population, is you just can't get away from me. That was a team effort. That lion was tapped out by 3 different people. So I only need 1 more lion, and I'm all set on that front. Let's look at workload. Workload spiked hugely when I had to plant the fields, but it's much more reasonable now. The workload will be a lot easier to manage once I'm not rolling megaliths. I feel really bad for Ayag here, having to roll a megalith all by herself. Once the workload's a little bit lower, people will go help and speed that process up. Is that one of my dogs? Yeah. Not a whole lot of animals nearby. We already determined that the ibex aren't worth hunting anymore unless I need the food. Boars, same deal. Mufflon, you're kind of far from the base. Doing a quick scan around. These megaliths already queued up to be rolled. Yeah, alright. I would say pretty definitively there is not much hunting to be done around the base. We'll just focus inward and try to get sledges done and done repairs and have people heal. That kind of thing. So the reason I make bone spears over flint spears is flint spears is really no better than a bone spear, but flint is a rare resource. At least that's true until we have copper. So that's why I am prioritizing it. I could try to, let's pointlessly make some flint mines in order to fulfill some construction knowledge requirements. So to do that, all we got to do is production, flint mine, and that's just a bunch of wood. That's easy to fulfill. And I need one more. Let's see, closest flint, right here maybe. Oh, that's 10. Flint, flint, flint. Man, there is not a lot of flint near me. There we go. That's not close at all, but that will fulfill some knowledge. I'm also going to survive the winter. That's a little bit more knowledge, so I only need a little bit more. Just a few more knowledge points. Commission is low, and they have sheep. Hang on. Before I do my trade, let's see. I have 8 sheep. Right now, I have them queuing up to 10. Nah, maybe I won't buy their sheep. I'll buy logs, tannin, and that's it. It's boring, but I appreciate the offer of sheep. I just feel like we're doing pretty good with our own sheep breeding at this point. Okay, so we have one more megalith pending here, and then we'll be able to make the stone circle. We just got our 10th linen cloth, which means a little bit of knowledge. What else is close? Our 100th mud is pretty close. We're harvesting that now, I think. Yeah, we have 4 people queued up to harvest mud when the banks offer it. It's weird to think that you'd somehow magically run out of mud. I don't really understand how a river could run out of mud. It's kind of a mud-making machine, but what else are we close on? Straw, not so much. Fish, dry fish, and raw fish, we're sort of close. So let's go ahead and increase the amount of fishermen we have. As for fishing, we have 8 harpoons. So we'll queue 5 people up to do it. A random person just joined. And looking at my current population max, I think another hut would be a good idea. There we go. And I do see that my food totals are dropping a little bit, but not dramatically to the point where I need to emergency fish or hunt or anything like that. And we have plenty of wool outfits for everyone. We are working towards the linen outfits, which means, you know, making sure we get the flax. There's our 100th mud. What else is close? Water, not so much. Leather, maybe. Raw skin, definitely. Fish, I'm already working towards. Grain, that will come pretty quick. My 10th megalith. I might not have one more queued up to mine, so let's just mine this one. It's pretty close. Flint mine, just finished those 5, so that's some knowledge. Additionally, I could do, not that I need the food storage, but 2 more granaries would add would add knowledge. So there's 1. And I can put 1 right by the riverbank. Or near the riverbank to store fish, maybe. What else is there? Stables wouldn't hurt. Eventually what I'm going to do is have cattle, donkeys. Once you get donkeys, you can have them haul carts around, which are like faster sledges, which are pretty useful, so I'm going to want another stables for that. I think for now, 10 sheep is probably where it's at. And then I also have a dolmen to build. So now we have the stone circle going up. And I'm going to queue up the dolmen right next to it. So if someone really needs morale, sort of by the riverbank town center is where it's at. And this will add a considerable amount of prestige to my town. So if I hit F2, I am at 215 prestige. This stone circle alone adds 50. So as you can see, my prestige has shot up, my knowledge has shot up due to building it, and that allows me to go for copper. Now the thing about copper is once you get copper, raiders will be more plentiful. So it does warn you ahead of time that you'll need to start to fortify your own base. Hitting the Copper Age does give me Megalomania, which is, or no, rather, I built my stone circle, which gives me Megalomania. And now it's telling me all about defenses. Defenses are basically build towers, build walls. Long story short. So, copper unlocks something new. So if we go into build, you see metallurgy. And we can make copper mines, charcoal pits, and pit furnaces. So and metalsmiths. So the copper mines are from copper nodes, like that's iron, tin, and copper. So once you deplete an area of copper, you can mine it to go deeper and exhaust it more thoroughly. So I'm going to queue up a bunch of the local copper to be mined. I don't really care what copper they go for. Whatever's closest is fine. But what I absolutely will do is get my charcoal pits going. So the charcoal pits will burn wood to make charcoal, and the charcoal is then used to fuel the metalsmiths in order to turn copper ore into copper proper. So I'll put both of my charcoal pits here, and then my pit furnaces will go next to them. And last but not least, oops. What am I doing? Last but not least, the metalsmith. So the metalsmith is a way to start to replace older tools, these flint tools, with actual proper forged metal tools, which is very cool. Okay, cave lion, good. We are about to get... And just got my 10th megalith, which means we have enough to... Oh wow, you are just going for it. Okay, safety and numbers. Alright, that was a little reckless, but we did get the knowledge from it. If we're checking my knowledge for here, for the Copper Age, we'll have rye domestication for brewing, which is unlocked in bronze, fruit tree domestication, where you can plant fruit, donkey, and wheel. I think the most game-changing is donkey and the wheel. So that's usually what I prioritize. We're going to get a lot of firsts here. I'm going to have, probably due to how inexpensive it is, I'm going to queue up some extra charcoal pits. They're mostly just mud. And some pit furnaces. Once again, mostly just mud. or all mud. So they don't require too many resources. So if sheep are being slaughtered, they're either too old or I hit my population max. Looking here, I might have hit my population max, which is cool. We have as many sheep as we need. So the charcoal pit turns wood into charcoal. And then we use that charcoal to turn copper into copper ingots. And then the metalsmith will allow us to make copper tools. So what I'm going to do back here is actually turn off... Well, let's see, what are we making? We are making pick, sickle, axe, knife, and spear. The spear doesn't look any better. None of these look all that much better, but I'm going to make them anyway. Because we're going to get knowledge from making the tools. So I'm going to halt. I'm going to halt the making of these older tools. I don't think I have a fishing tool in here though, right? No, I don't. So I'm going to still make the bone harpoons, but all the other tools are being phased out. So we have a new copper spear, we have a new copper knife. We have a copper axe, sickle, and pick. So spear, axe, sickle, knife, pick. Good. It takes a little bit of time in order to accumulate copper. As you can see, I already have 5 up here. But you're not going to be instantly able to ramp up and start making copper tools. So there's a bit of a lag time. So you shouldn't sell off all your old flint stuff too early, or you'll end up in a bad situation where you won't have the you won't have tools to do what you need to do. I'm going to see if I can afford the fruit tree, but that is a pretty high asking price. It's quite a high asking price. So I'm going to make sure I can afford it. I'm going to make sure I hold on to some of my older tools. As I said, you don't want to phase them all out or you end up quite stuck. And I'm going to buy some of their copper ore because that's always a handy thing to have. Looking at this trade, I'd also like their linen. So I'll see if there's any way to afford their linen. I'm already pretty low on grain, so I'm actually going to buy that back and see if there's anything else to sell in its place. I can sell some wool outfits because I actually can sell all my old skin outfits. I really, really don't need them. I have plenty of wool at this point. And that about covers it. There we go. So I got fruit tree domestication, which means I won't need to unlock that with my own knowledge points. This allows us to plant trees or, you know, whatever. I don't usually plant too many trees because barley and it provides the straw. But it's not terrible, especially for knowledge, because you hit a certain milestone for gathering certain nuts and berries and things like that. So it can be handy. So I still have more wool outfits than I do population, and we just hit donkey domestication. Very nice. So horse domestication, they're better than donkeys. Well, in a way. But immediately what I'm going to do is to create another stable. I don't know if I want to put it that close and adjacent to the gate, though. So I'll have to spread it out this way. I'll put my stables over here. And now, if I see wild donkeys out here... Ooh, boars, they're easy to kill. And Mufflon, all adults. Ibex. Yeah, there's a lot of good hunting out here. What are you, cave lion? I'm kind of done with cave lions. More ibex. This is going to add a lot of tasks, but that's okay. I'm looking for donkeys in order to tame them. How's my bear? I needed just one more bear. Yeah, I should send a hunter manually over that way. You. Don't have the right tools. Who does? Someone that doesn't have gray hair. Come on. Nope, wrong tool. You have the right tool, but you're old. I'm going to use you anyway. I just need one more bear for knowledge. Figure that's pretty easy. If I go after a youngin'. Come on, old man. You got some fight left in you. Alright. Let's go for this one. Oh, the mama got pissed. And it's going to cost Markle his life. No, it won't. I backed up. Markle ain't scared of no bear. This one is the wounded one. Come on, Markle. Alright, he needs to take a rest. I beat him up pretty bad. A bunch of new people just randomly joined due to my high prestige. That's very cool. But alas, I am out of time, so I'm going to have to pick this up next time. If you have any tips, tricks, ideas, feedback, anything of that nature, drop me a line. I'll be sure to answer your comment. If you like this series, let me know with a like, subscribe, maybe share it with friends. If you think anything's missing, let me know. I can always try to add it in. And if I think your comment is very helpful, I'll even credit you with the idea. And I'll catch you all later. So thank you all for watching, and adios.